Hello, my name is Garner Brandt. I'm a representative of the Tri-M Music Honor Society at Fort Myers High School, and today I'm going to teach you how to solo on the basic blues as well as the more advanced blues. Before we start, you need to know 4 different types of scales for the blues. First is the scale that would be playing over the 7 chord. So it would be the chord note with a 7 next to it, and that would be the Mixolydian mode. This mode is basically major, but with a flat 7. So here's major, and then here is Mixolydian. Now, when soloing, it's important to play around the triad. So, you would play the notes, the 1, 3, 5, and 7 of the chord most of the time, and the other notes, the 2, the 4, and the 6 would act as passing tones. The same would work for what plays on minor 7 chords most of the time, which is the Dorian scale. The Dorian scale is similar to the minor scale, so that's the minor scale, but it has a raised 6. So this is what it'd be like. And like the Mixolydian scale, you would most likely play in the triad, so the 1, 3, 5, 7. So say you're soloing, you'd treat the 2, 4, and 6 as just passing tones. The next 2 scales are derivative from the minor mode of Dorian, and it is the minor pentatonic scale, which is the 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 1 of it. And this is a good scale just to play, as it sounds nice and jazzy, sort of. And the second scale is derived from the minor pentatonic scale, except you add a sharp F, a sharp 4, to get this chromatic motion. Now we will look at the basic blues progression. As you can see here, there are no minor chords at this. So far you'd be working with specifically the Mixolydian mode. However, there are a few shortcuts that you can do in this. First of all, for the B flat, you can play F minor chord, or a F minor scale. So what I like to do is when soloing, you see that chromatic motion, and when soloing, you want to try to find those motions in between chords, because when playing a F7 and then to a B flat 7, you notice that the 3 of the F7 tends to becomes flattened, and that's why a F blues scale would work there. And you want to find spots where stuff like that happens. So when moving to F7 to C7, the note change is from E flat to E. So that is also a good motion, chromatic motion that sounds a bit jazzy, you know. So those are some tips for soloing on this sort of blues. But most of the time in the real world, you will not see this blues. Instead, you will see this blues. And as you can see, there are a lot more chords, you know. And these are substitutions of different chords, mainly 2-5-1s. Now, 2-5-1s are a sort of leading chord progression in jazz that is meant to lead to a 1 chord. So, first, when we look at the first added 2-5-1 here, if playing this, you can see that 2-5-1. This is the 2 of the B flat scale. This is the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. And over the C minor 7, again, you would play, you know, so you would play C minor triad, C minor 7 triad, and you would play, you could also play just B flat 7 or F7 as it is what is leading there. And another funky 2-5 that's added is A minor 7 to D7. So when analyzing this, you can see 2, 2, 5, 1. So it is not leading to the C7, which is in this progression the 5 in relation to F7, but instead it is the 2 in relation to C7. So this adds a bit of spice because there's one specific note that D7, aka the G major scale, has that is not in F, and it's F sharp. So when soloing, starting from here, you can do, and that is one also motion you can, you know, look at when soloing. For this, again, the chromatic motion can be seen here, you know, so as you can see, you know, this chromatic motion from the F to the F sharp, you know, adds some spiciness to the progression. Now, some general ways in which you can solo. First, there is the arpeggio way, where you just play arpeggios. So the arpeggio way is just, you know, trying to play notes that are in the chord and work within the chord. There's also the scalular way, in which you just go up the scale. So So that is another method. Also, you can add a bit of chromatic notes that wouldn't really work in the chord, but could lead to another chord. So that adds a bit of jazziness to it as well. But the most important thing about soloing, and this is a final note, is play what you think sounds good to you, having to do with the progression. Also play something that sounds melodic, make up ideas, So if you have this idea, so you can make a solo off of one simple idea that you create. And doing this is powerful as it can create tension in the music. However, also, you don't want to just play the same note over and over again, or else it will get boring. So you'll have to, go along with the chord changes like I did. I moved up to the F sharp during the D7 section, and you want to sort of make it sound jazzy in a way. And melodic ideas can be powerful, and one way you can find melodic ideas is you can just listen to albums in which there are many melodic ideas and transcribe them. One blues that I recommend you all listen to and listen to the solos on is Billy's Bounce by Charlie Parker. It uses this exact progression, except this chord is a different chord, but that does not matter in the scheme of things. Thanks for listening, and bye-bye.